Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of October Daily Reflections, day number 10, broadcasting live. Wherever you're listening from, we are live in a couple of different places, including Instagram. Make sure you go over to www.youtube.com/Do Knowledge Radio. That's DOTHAKNOWLEDGERADIO. We're here for the month of October with our daily reflections where I share my thoughts inspired by a word from the day. I'm here in Atlanta doing some on the spot interviews and pushing and promoting the Soulcraft series by my brother, Dr. Inky. So be in a lot of places. So if you're in the Atlanta, Georgia metro area or wherever, I'll be here from Friday to Monday. See my fam in the building. Peace Almighty. Salute. So my word for today is inspire. And inspire is reported to be defined as, in the verb tense, fill someone with the urge or ability to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. And on my IG Live, I got two of the greatest producers in my mind. So this was apropos for this word today, inspire. They inspired me through the alchemical use of sound, tone, and vibration to paint a picture. And the artist hears that sound and transforms that sound with their tone, sound, and vibration to make another alchemical rhythmic explosion. And these two things converge together. And we have music. So music is a chief motivational tool to inspire creativity. The sentence says his passion for romantic literature inspired him to begin writing. So if you look at, some of this literature, there are no pictures to inspire. So that means that the author, the writer, the griot, has to supplant his or her vision through writing to take you on a journey into the mind's eye and you begin to see the characters. So what's deep inside of your mind's eye that inspires you to move? Synonymous words would inspire or stimulate. What stimulates you? What motivates you? What causes that explosion inside of you? What causes that inclination? What do you see or you feel that persuades you or encourages you to move towards bringing something into existence either physically or mentally? Those places, those spaces. Where do you go? How do you go into the deeper recesses of your mind where this inspiration goes beyond pure mental alone or determined idea alone and then manifest into form and shape in the physical world? So this is definitely something that goes from a determined idea. When that inspiration hits you, when that inspiration, that spark that happens, that what do you call it? That spark of divine intelligence, and it meets and it carries over into physical being. after that gestation period in the womb of the mind, through those trimesters, through those dimensions of the mind, and manifest in physical form. That inspiration is that foundational piece that'll jolt you into the way where you begin to move, where you begin to have others move. Real inspiration, something that can come from your mind, from a determined idea. As a visionary, people will buy into that idea. People will gravitate towards this idea, which started with the follow through of your creative inspiration. They begin to move on it, they begin to build on it. They could hear something that you created and say, I heard this and it changed my life. I heard this and it was transformative in my life. I heard this and I began to write. I heard this and I began to study. I heard this and I began to move in those spaces towards self-improvement. This is inspiration. And inspiration is not good or bad. It's inspiration. So what are these things that are motivating you in whatever manner towards what you see is right along this particular path towards your goals? So if you have a goal over here, how apt are you to swim through those tumultuous waters? In my culture, it's 9,000 miles. Your 9,000 miles could be just getting started. You procrastinate, you put it off. You say tomorrow, and tomorrow always comes, but your tomorrow to get started never comes. So your inspiration dies 1,000 deaths. So this 9,000-mile journey for you begins with a single step. So again, today we are talking about the word inspire. In the second definition is reported as breathe in air, inhale. Going inward, allowing these things to go inward, to have a space and place within you to take it in. You hear it. You hear the spoken word. You read the written word. You see something happen before your eyes. Your intake, that connection inward may cause you to act, react, respond. In the African traditions, we deal with a call and response system. If you grew up in the hip hop world and you've been to a concert or a party, or you just at home listening to music, you participate in a call and response. You sing along with the song that's on the radio. For many of us, it inspired us to write. Others, it inspired us to take a paint can and create something on the canvas that was already created in the mind. Others of us, it took us to a place where we would get a piece of cardboard and we begin to move our body in a rhythmic type of symmetrical flow. Breaking, locking, holding positions. Others of us, it took us to a place in the universe to pull out of the ethers and to grab a spheric disc and put a diamond on it and begin to hear the song within the song, the beat within the beat, and mix them together. All inspired, all inspirational. And others took all four of those elements and began to chase after the person on the microphone and take it a step further and pick up books and go to do research to add an element of the unseen in the seen world called knowledge. And them five elements took a rhythmic style of delivery called rapping and turned that into MCing, and that whole place was called hip hop. Out of the womb space of the mind, out of the womb space of the universe. So whatever is in you or you take in to you, use it in that creative sense and that higher sense of self, that sense that brought you into being in the physical world. And allow it to stimulate you, allow it to motivate you, allow it to cause you to move, incline you to move, persuade you to move, encourage you to move, encourage you to live. In the physical world, it's impossible to live without the breath. So inhale, exhale, make every breath purposeful and intentional. So this was day 10. Hope you gleaned something from that experience. On today's word called inspire. Peace.